Hi 1 Platoon, welcome to your lesson on the Battle of Balmoral. During this period of instruction, you will be taught the events and causes for the Battle of Balmoral. The reason you are being taught this is because it was a significant battle in Australian history, and knowledge about these is an important part of recognising the achievements of the Australian Army. At the end of this lesson, you'll be able to successfully recall and understand the events of Balmoral. So what is it? The Battle of Balmoral is known as one of the most significant battles of the Vietnam War and was fought at the Fire Support Bases, or FSBs, Coral and Balmoral. The battle occurred from the 12th of May 1968 to the 6th of June 1968, and it began after elements of the 1st Australian Task Force, consisting of 1 RAR and 3 RAR, established Fire Support Base Coral 20 kilometres north of Bien Hoa. The purpose of this support base was to provide cover for the foot patrols and to intercept the route of the North Vietnamese and Viet Cong withdrawal from their assault on Saigon. What happened? Within hours of the Australians establishing Fire Support Base Coral, the perimeter was attacked by North Vietnamese who overran several of their positions. In the end, the Australians were able to drive them back with the assistance of mortar and artillery fire. Then again, a few nights later, on the 15th of May, they attacked again, and that battle ran to the morning of the 16th. Following this battle, the North Vietnamese turned their attention to Fire Support Base Balmoral, which was established 12 days later on the 24th of May and was 4.5 kilometres north of Fire Support Base Coral. What did this battle mean for the Australian Army? The battle emphasised the need for improved operational planning and promoted a review of the Australian Army tactics, which among other findings reinforced the need to make better use of intelligence. As well as prior to Balmoral, some elements of the Australian Army were sceptical that Centurion tanks would be able to operate effectively in the jungle environment. Their minds were very quickly changed after witnessing the powerful contribution that the tanks made in support of the infantry during the later stages of the battle. And it also helped to secure the value of armour in South Vietnam. So what was the final result? By the 6th of June, the assaults had ceased. It was declared the second worst day of war for Australia throughout the Vietnam War, and Australian casualties throughout the battle were 25 men killed and 99 wounded, with a further 10 New Zealand and US soldiers wounded, whereas the North Vietnamese and Viet Cong lost over 250 men in total. So, what were any awards given or received for this battle? The RAR, 3rd Cavalry Regiment, and the 1st Armoured Regiment was subsequently awarded the Battle Honour Balmoral for their role in the battle. The honour title Coral was awarded to the 102nd Field Battery, 40 years after the battle. So, that's your lesson on the Battle of Balmoral. During this period, you have been taught about the Battle of Balmoral. The reason you have been taught this is to expand your knowledge of Australia's military history, and because this battle was so significant, knowing how and why it impacted on the army. So from this lesson, you have learnt the events of the battle, who was involved, what did it mean, what did we learn from it, and what were some of the things that occurred in the Australian Army afterwards.